It's the Too Many Hats podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle, every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats podcast.
Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy, beautiful Tuesday. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. This your host with the most, Tony Mays, LaBelle Salter. What it do, my guy?
Good morning, sir. Good evening, or whatever you use over there.
It's morning for y'all. It's night over here.
Right.
How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good. So, first of all, man, I want to give a shout out, bro. I want to shout out Clarence and Cheryl, man. Their son Breland just had a brand new bouncing baby boy, 8 pounds, 3 ounces, and 20 inches long. Shout out, man. Congratulations to them, man. The new grandparents, Cheryl and Clarence, man, on their new bouncing baby grand boy. 8 pounds, 3 ounces, 20 inches long, man. Shout out to them.
Man, congratulations, bro.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. And man, also, man, I want to shout out my Golden Girls, man. The Golden Girls, man. They traveled all this way, man, with me to Vietnam, man, and we've been riding around and getting it.
Yeah.
If I tell you we've been riding around getting it, we've been riding around. We had another awesome day today. If you guys haven't been to my page and just check out some of the videos and pics, we had an awesome day today and got another big day tomorrow playing. So, yeah, man, it's been awesome, bro. So, y'all, I'm pretty sure by now y'all heard all of the stuff that's been going on with Sharon Moore, who was Michigan's football coach for the University of Memphis. He was a football coach, black gentleman who got kind of caught up. It's really a sad situation, bro.
It really is.
It's really a sad situation. And because I see this, I see this a lot. When you have these black males that get in prominent roles, and then they fall for these white females, and they just take them for a ride. We saw Shannon Sharp get caught up in something like that, some months back. And ESPN was threatening to pull his contract and all of that stuff, man. And so we saw that happen. We saw that play out. And then not only that, I want to say it was another Michigan coach. I don't know at what level, but another Michigan coach that kind of got caught up in the same thing. And so I don't really understand, but so it just kind of made me want to ask the question today. Good morning, Zoe. Why do people in marriages risk it all? Why do people in marriages, they just risk it all? Like they go for the jugular. And it's all for, just to please the flesh for a little while. Now, I do know that in Sharon's Moore's case, because I kind of saw like his court proceeding and that kind of their initial proceeding, and they had been dating for a while. Him and this administrative assistant or whatever she was to him, they had been dating. Sounds like probably before he got the head coaching job, he was already messing with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so supposedly, allegedly, what happened was she got pregnant.
Mm.
She had already kind of broke it off with him, I think, prior to her knowing she was pregnant. It's what I'm gathering. And then she figured out she was pregnant, and he told her, "Hey, look, I'm gonna double your salary. You just get an abortion. That's how we're gonna work it out." And she felt kind of pressured, I guess, because she wanted to keep the baby or whatever. And so she uh, went to the administration. She went to the Michigan administration and kind of, I guess, shared what had been going on with them. And um, so this is when they fired him. And after they fired him, he went and showed up at her house then. He went and showed up at her apartment, grabbed a butter knife. Because this is what the court proceedings, the lawyer was saying in the court proceeding, her attorney,
A
that
butter knife.
he grabbed a butter knife and some, I think, some scissors or something, and he was threatening to kill himself. And he was telling her that it was all her fault, that she basically has ruined his life. And that's when she kind of called her attorney and stuff, and kind of told him she was getting ready to call the police. And that's when he left, you know. But so all of this, man, because he chose to basically risk it all, man. And like I said, just kind of, a lot of people may not have known this because he's only been Michigan head coach for like a year, and a part of it is because he was an interim. And so he really messed up the bag, bro. So he probably was messing to this girl prior to him being the head coach. But when he became the head coach, at that point, he probably should have already cut it off. He probably should have never did it from the beginning.
Correct.
You know. So why risk it all? And I sent you that video, so I don't know if you can download that video right quick and maybe play that video, but I sent it to you and Queen of his initial court proceeding.
Hold on one second.
Good morning, David.
I got the PowerPoint too, so
okay.
Hopefully I didn't get a really good glance at it, but it'll give us what we need to go.
Yeah. If you put in what I put in, it'll probably give us kind of the same thing. Yeah.
What is it doing? Facebook acting crazy. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. My bad.
Why do people risk it all in marriages, man? I don't really understand why. I'm gonna cut the comments off so we can see. But it can be kind of disheartening. So why jeopardize marriage, family, your reputation, and peace for something temporary? Good morning, Phyllis. Tony, when you say risk it all, to what aspect? If you're in a marriage, right, and we're talking about for a fling. When I said we're talking about for a fling, risk it all for a fling, a side relationship, and that's either the male or the female that's in the marriage. Risk it all, and that's throwing away the actual marriage itself. You got to deal with the issues surrounding your family, the reputation, and just your peace for something temporary. So that's what I'm talking about, David, when I say risk it all. It's difficult. And whether you want to say it's men that's doing it, but it's not just men doing it, it's women doing it too. And I feel like they're totally risking it all. And I don't necessarily I'm trying to find the good words. Monica said one of the Golden Girls said thinking with the wrong head, but it's not always the men, so we can't say that. It's not always the man in the relationship. There are women that step outside a relationship as well. As we found out back here when the CEO and the CEO of that company, along with the human resource lady, was cheating, and they both was married.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? And then got caught at a concert, out hanging out, hugging all up. So
You know what?
it's,
And
you know,
that's so crazy. That's always said whenever something happens, thinking with the wrong head. It ain't never. So what did you say for the woman? Thinking with the wrong nipples or something? I don't know.
well, and that's the reason I said, you know, it's the male or female. You can't really just say thinking with the wrong head, because it may have been a woman cheating, it might not have been the man, because that we see that all the time as well.
And then too,
And
with
so
this situation, we don't know who initiated what. It could have been her and him, and he just, you know what I'm saying, went for it.
Marcus said they said she could have been giving him head, so head is for both.
Damn. I guess so.
Y'all stupid. They stupid.
So. Yeah. I
So
guess so. Kissing the wrong lips.
this slide
Lord,
this slide says there's an emotional disconnection, but before I even get to that, I just kind of want to deal with the illusion of choice. And your slides are a little different. Mine, kissing with the wrong lips. Absolutely, Richard. Kissing with the wrong lips.
Yeah.
But most people don't plan to actually destroy their marriage. I don't think that's never the goal or the plan. But what looks like a reckless decision is often the result of emotional and psychological pressure building over time.
Right.
The feeling unseen or unheard. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Loss of emotional intimacy. Silence replacing conversation. We often talk about this, you know, that there, you know, when there's a lack of communication in a relationship, or they don't really know how to communicate in a relationship, it tends to try to, you know, create that gap when you're not communicating. Phyllis said it's sad that most people are more focused on the money and job that was lost versus the most important to me was his marriage. Absolutely, Phyllis. David said a lot of times we gather temporary thoughts in a time of vulnerability and get caught up willing to take risks because of the prior experience or issues. Exactly. And that's what I'm talking about now with the emotional disconnection, when you're feeling seen, unseen, or unheard, because this happens. And that's why, you know, we've had so many conversations. Lavelle and I on this podcast had so many conversations around just kind of understanding your mate, knowing the love language, knowing when there's a disconnect and understanding. And all of that comes really when we're not communicating properly. The loss of emotional intimacy, and that intimacy is not always just the sex part of it, but just being intimate with each other, the physical part, the touch part, the way we communicate with each other. All of that involves in intimacy. And then there's just the silence. Silence replacing the conversation. There is no conversation anymore. We get up in the morning, we don't even speak to each other. We go in the bathroom, wash our face, brush our teeth, check our shower, put on clothes, and go off to work, come home, eat, go to bed, no talking. So there's an emotional disconnection. I like this. I like what this says. It says novelty hijacks the brain. New relationships trigger that dopamine in the brain. Dopamine creates excitement, obsession, and distorted judgment. Long-term relationships rely more on stability hormones like oxytocin. So when you start to look at what really happens, you know, like again, no, I don't think anybody that's in a marriage, unless they say I'm just tired of the relationship and they've already really quit on the relationship, but just hadn't told the other person. But even in that case, Lavelle, if me and Monica are married, and Monica has quit, or if I quit on their relationship, Monica should know he not already checked out, or I should know Monica and I already checked out, because we ain't even talking anyway. You see what I'm saying? So we've already checked out. We just going through the motions.
Right.
And then there's that desire for validation, wanting to feel wanted again, ego boosted, and admiration. Validation becomes addictive. It's crazy how we can't. Have you got that video up yet?
Yeah, I got the video of it. Mm-hmm.
Play this video. If you listen to this guy, he didn't really speak, but if you listen to the judge kind of describing their situation, it's kind of typical of a lot of the situations that happen, except for he was just happened to be in a prestigious position, making millions of dollars, and you know, I don't know what she would gain by running to the administration telling them, unless he had already kind of threatened her prior to.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if she had already kind of if he had already been kind of threatening her or saying this, then I can see her running to, you know, the AD or whoever in Michigan and saying, "Hey, this is what's been happening. We've been having an affair, and now he's threatening me or whatever."
Which video
You know?
was I supposed to download? Because I got downloaded the wrong video. I got one that says fired with a gentleman talking like at a podcast, and then it's another one with a little like the judge just standing there with Fox 4 News.
Yeah, with the judge, with the lawyer. That's a lawyer.
The Fox 4 News one. Okay, I didn't. Okay, we don't have to
Yeah,
go to.
yeah, I think that's with the lawyer. Yeah.
Okay.
David said, while you doing that, David said the vow we took is not unconditional. The vow is for the moment. Even a separated case, it's a risk to stay away. And we find ourselves years later, we should have made a better effort to stand. Wow. That's crazy. But I think there's a lot of truth in that as well, David, because vows are not, even when we looked at the sanctity of marriage, like the vows are not even vows anymore. Like it's like we're just going through the motions, you know what I'm saying? And we're only going through the motions because we're putting on this show for all of the spectators that's in attendance. And all of these spectators are here looking, trying to see, you know, what extravagant wedding, you know, gala we're putting on, and what we're gonna say. Oh, we even went, you know, so far as to write our own vows, and we're gonna recite those vows to each other, but we don't truly mean them in a lot of cases. And so we're just kind of going through the motions. And it's true. Like, you know, you going through the motions, you don't really mean the vows, you don't take the vows seriously. So as soon as you get the first sign of trouble, we run to the hills. Or run back to mom and them.
Right. Well, when you think about a situation like this situation right here, because it really didn't give any details or background on who the young lady is. But a lot of times, you know, when we get this, you know, quote unquote, you know, power, you know, he was making a good amount of money. Because like I said, we don't know how the, you know, alleged situation happened. But a lot of times when you in this particular, you know, bracket or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I believe that sometimes those type of things kind of follow you. And if you're not careful, you'll fall for it. And I think
But this is the thing with him. He according to what this lawyer said, they had been dating for a while.
Man, Phyllis just said what I said.
Yeah, so they've been dating for a while, and if they've been dating for a while, this was before he got the head coaching job. He was just probably just an assistant coach or a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. He might have been making, you know, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, which is still good money.
Mm-hmm.
By most folks' standards, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 is good money.
Right.
But why? I think the whole dynamic to this relationship now was the fact that she got married. I mean, the fact that she got pregnant.
Right.
I think if she had never got pregnant, then they had to continue on with their relationship. I think it would have probably just kind of went on. But the fact that she got, did she get? So if they've been dealing with each other all this time and she never got pregnant, why all of a sudden now she got pregnant? Did she get pregnant?
Because of the upgrade in the job position and the upgrade in the money.
Yeah, but getting the upgrade in the money is one thing, but now running to administration and telling them and getting the man fired, you get nothing because he because of him having that relationship with her, it voids his contract out. So they don't even have to pay his contract out.
Mm.
So what is she gaining from it? She ain't gaining nothing financially.
No, she ain't. He done lost every damn thing.
Right. So what other reason, unless he had been promising her, I'm gonna leave my wife and I'm gonna be with you, and then he just finally said, I ain't leaving my wife.
Mm-hmm.
See, by us not knowing the whole totality of the story, I know a lot of people say, I don't need to know the story. The man stepped out, he cheated on his wife, but it takes two to cheat.
Said Monica said allegedly she's suing the employer. I don't even know
I don't know how that's gonna work. The employer would have to know about the relationship.
Yeah, I don't even know how that's gonna pay it out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the Michigan laws are, but do you think the money and power becomes a part? I think in most instances, the money and the power is definitely plays a major role in it, because when you look at a lot of like with Shannon Sharpe is a millionaire making a lot of money, and the girl, really tried to play him like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Monica, if it's for sexual harassment, did she work for Michigan or something? That don't make sense neither. Because I mean, for you to pass sexual harassment,
and how is it sexual harassment if it was a consensual relationship that they had for years?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they ain't been together that long, she probably got big savings. Her salary was double. Yeah, I mean, it was double, or he was supposed to double, or he doubled it to keep her, so she can have a divorce and keep quiet. But I guess the only thing I can say is, at some point, he either told this woman that he was gonna leave his wife and be with her exclusively. I don't know, but whatever it was, it didn't play out well. But here's the video.
That our victim broke up. They had an intimate relationship for a number of years, defendant and victim. That our victim broke up with this defendant on Monday morning early. That there continued to be defendant making numerous phone calls and sending numerous texts from that time moving forward that she did not answer, did not respond to, did not want. That eventually she presented herself to the University of Michigan, cooperated in some form of investigation there. As we all now know, defendant was at some point on Wednesday afternoon fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment in the address that is alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. And a series of very, very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim, she called her attorney and then at some point indicated she was going to call the police, and then he left.
Yeah, but listen to what she said. She broke up with him Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And when she broke up with him Monday, there was supposedly a bunch of calls and texts that he made to her after that. This is when she went to the administration and I guess reported their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then 2 days later, that's when they fired him Wednesday, from Monday to Wednesday. That was 2 days. They fired him Wednesday, and that's when he came to the house, barged in, and got the butter knife and all that, threatening his life. So, how could she be filing for sexual harassment if she broke up with him Monday, went to them on Wednesday, and they fired him the same day on Wednesday? So I don't think the sexual harassment case is gonna fly. I don't.
Yeah.
And then especially trying to sue the employer for that. When soon as they were made aware of what was going on with them, they fired him.
What is this other video saying? Did it have any validity to anything? The other one you sent, I didn't get to watch it.
I don't know. Play it because I don't even remember. I don't
Man,
remember that one.
like
And this might
you
have been
can't be
somebody
that damn
discussing it.
stupid, man. Like I don't feel sorry for him. You a dummy. You got a wife and you got kids and you care about messing with somebody else over your family. How dumb can you be? And then you get caught and you want people to show empathy towards what you got going on. Don't do what you did. Get her pregnant, have an abortion. I'm gonna double her salary. Like I don't have sympathy for dumb shit. Like you're an adult and this is what you chose to do. You're not sorry about what happened. You sorry you got caught. And then now you want to garner sympathy. Oh, I'm going to do this to you and I'm going to do this to myself. No, you not.
Straight out the gusto.
Well, now Phyllis, they said even her attorney said she broke up with him Monday and she reported it Wednesday. So she wouldn't have reported it early to HR them not doing that. It still be dating him. She said they just broke up, that she broke up with him that Monday and went to the administration that Wednesday, 2 days later. So that's still, I can't, yeah.
And then
I don't,
in this
I don't
case,
see it.
he was acting more like the female, more so than the female would act to me. Normally,
Right.
that's how the female would act. You know what I'm saying? Out of all of their emotions and stuff, I'm gonna kill myself and I'm gonna kill you and all that. Come on, bro, you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's probably maybe some of the stuff that he was saying. Or like McGuinn said, maybe she gave him an ultimatum: you're gonna leave your wife, and then I keep quiet, or I'm going public with it. You know, I just feel like there was something there to cause her to go public. And I feel like it had something to do with their relationship and him not maybe, following through with maybe something he said he was gonna do or something, whatever it was. But anywho, this is why we came up with this topic today. Why people in marriages, risk it all. Monica said, I feel she wouldn't have reported it if she wasn't gaining something. Look how fast they fired him. They supposed to fire him because it was against their rules. So once she reported it, they ain't had no other alternative but to fire him. And they looked at it like this: we can fire him, we move right now. Where because he violated the policy of having a relationships with a staff member, we don't even have to pay out his contract. So that was a business decision too. And now we don't got to pay him out. We ain't on the hook. While we get another good coach, we ain't got to pay him his out of his contract.
Okay.
So
I'm now.
I believe she got some counsel from somebody.
Right. So now, so she was an employee of the university, right? Correct.
You start breaking up.
I said she was an employee of the university. The lady, he had to.
Yeah, she was his. I want to say she was his administrative assistant.
So it's a dead fish on the line. So how was he going to be able to just to be the coach in order to double her salary? He don't have that much power to do so, do it? It's just being the coach.
I don't know why you breaking up now, bro.
I don't know neither. Everything was fine. I ain't touching nothing. You can't hear me out?
You stop. Yeah, now you back to you going in now. David said, when I perform marriages and counseling courses, my job is to really disencourage them, make sure they understand the bumps and the bruises of life. The new generation can't stand anything. They don't understand the power of prayer to stand the risk of most throw it away, and they hope to find something that's. The old cliche is there are many fish in the sea. The best power song in the world is cheaper to keep them or her if durable. I guess he's saying doable. It saddens my heart. No one wants to put true effort in. Absolutely. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Good morning, Queen.
So the desire for validation, from validation, ego boosted admiration, validation becomes addictive. You know,
Mm.
then you got poor boundaries. You have emotional lines cross first. So in this particular situation, I mean, they both of them cross lines because
Mhm.
he crossed the line, you know, in his marriage with his family, embarrassing his. I mean, it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? And then she crossed the line because she knew he was married and she still had this affair with him.
Mhm.
And sometimes what happens is we get to we find a safe space sometimes, or we try to find a safe space, or sometimes people take advantage of that. We at work and we're oversharing personal struggles. You know, this I've seen this probably more often than not, where a woman is having issues at home with her man or boyfriend or whatever. She comes to work, a dude already at work kind of like her. You know what I'm saying? He already been saying, then now he acting like he just want to listen to all her struggles at home, and she at home, she at work oversharing everything. You know, he don't do this and he don't do that. And he was like, "Oh man, really? Man, you sound like a good woman. I would be doing this and doing that." And now she's intrigued.
Mhm.
And now now you start having all these private conversations, and those private conversations replace your conversation with your spouse.
Mhm.
That how you're being quiet and not saying and not being talkative with your spouse. Well, you know, now at work, that's why we've often kind of joked around, talk about the work husband, them having a work husband or the work wife, because you tend to go to work and you tend to overshare private things that you shouldn't be sharing with other people, right?
Mhm.
Miss Gwen said, absolutely, Tony. She finally got tired of waiting for the apple pie, happily ever after, with her promises he made and demanded he put up or shut up. He didn't, so she broke up, realizing it wasn't going to happen. After realization, the disappointment came revenge. Ooh. Queen said, why stick around if you aren't emotionally there any longer? Isn't that unfair to your partner? We just talked about it prior to you jumping on, Queen. You've tried it and it doesn't work. It's time to move on and tell
Mhm.
them, hey, this is not working. I said earlier, you know, if you have any kind of way been involved, like or was emotionally connected to your spouse at some point in given time, and you're not anymore, you know that. You know when something is wrong. You know when the person that kind of checked out on you, right? Zoe said with him being head coach, he may have created that job just for her. Nope. She was already, far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, she was already in the role. They was already dating prior to him getting the head coaching job. So when he was sitting under Harbaugh as the assistant coach, whatever, he was probably dating her then.
Mm. Dang, you dropped that fast. What happened? I mean, it just dropped. It ain't never did like that. Uh, Queen said, "What if there's no communication well with your spouse? You try to talk to your spouse, but can't. Yes, praying, talking to God is the best way to go. But who don't want to? Who want a human flesh to open up to? Correct. Yeah, we said that too earlier.
Yeah. And with, you know, like I said, she was already working there. So I just think it's kind of like what Miss Gwen said. I think he had been promising her stuff, and then she finally said, "Hey, you nigga, you gonna put up or shut up?" And he didn't. And she said, "Okay, let me give it this revenge. Let me go on and exact this revenge on you now."
Hmm.
So I think that's kind of how this maybe it played out, you know.
Right.
Um, but
Queen, leave that for the
unresolved
link. We
personal
just give you confirmation.
yeah,
Yeah.
unresolved personal issues,
Mm.
insecurity or trauma, fear of aging or loss of identity, midlife identity or crisis. I like this right here. It said unmet emotional needs. Many affairs start from feeling unseen, unappreciated, lonely, just like the other post. The fleeing, listen to this, the fleeing provides validation that the person feels is missing.
Mm.
Then they escape from identity fatigue. Marriage can lock people into roles: provider, parent, responsible adult. A fling offers escape from responsibility and history.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The illusion of the fling.
Mhm.
Only the best version is shown. see,
Yeah.
see, when you're having a fling, when you're stepping outside of your relationship and have a fling, most of the time in this fling, people only see the best version of you. They only see the best version of you. You ain't even showing all your mess, right? So
Mhm.
now that fantasy actually replaces the reality.
Mhm.
What we always say, the grass looks greener on the other side,
Mhm.
but really, what you looking at is artificial grass
Mm.
that's been painted green.
Mhm.
You know, Miss Gwen said, "You destroyed my world. I'm going to destroy yours mentally."
Mm.
Phyllis said, "In cheating relationships, you got to make sure one party has more expectations than the other. Someone caught feelings, and then here comes the problems." Absolutely. Good morning, Miss Loretta. And that's all I believe happened, Phyllis. I believe that in that particular situation with him is that they had been, because by all accounts, they had been dating for a while. So I'm assuming for some years, at least a couple years, more since before he got the coaching job. And if they had been dating, what was he promising this girl? For them to, because they was in a long-term relationship. They wasn't just, to be honest, I don't even really call this a fling. They were in a long-term relationship.
She was the other woman.
She was the other woman.
Mhm.
And what did he promise her? What did he say to her during that period of time for her to all of a sudden now say, "I'm breaking up with you. Not only am I breaking up with you, but I'm finna run to the administration and tell it."
But then, let's look at it on the other side too, T. Because you said, we always thinking with the wrong head and da. How come why was it him and not her in this case?
And this is what I also said. It takes two. And if
Right.
she worked as a staff of two, she broke the rules too.
Absolutely. Why she
So
ain't lost her
so
job?
so was she fired? Because we don't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
But and I believe she probably was let go too, because I can't see them firing him without firing her. Because if she knowingly participated and willingly participated in the relationship with for years, she was violating too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her knowing him married, just an ethical thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I really believe that if they didn't fire her, then that's kind of something is not right there. Something else is going on.
And like you said, they had to be in a relationship for a long time, because for him to be so emotional and talking about he gonna kill himself and doing all that. Then when we look at the picture of him, when they doing the court proceedings, man,
Right.
dude looked distraught. I mean, he looked like he
He,
just like,
he,
hey,
he
man,
looked he looked sick. Like
yeah.
he looked like, and I really felt bad for him in the sense, and I'm gonna tell you why I felt bad. I didn't feel bad at the fact that he really got caught, but I felt bad for his family, the embarrassment of his family, his wife, his children. Even though he had three young girls, I think he got three young daughters, and then his wife, and his wife has to deal with this public humiliation.
Mm.
So so I feel sorry for him that he put his wife and family through that, if that makes sense.
Did they disclose how long they've been married?
I don't really know. I just said they had three young daughters, I think.
Mm.
So the illusion of the flame. But this is the real cost. There is a real cost associated with the flame. When and this is why I said, I asked the question, why do people in marriages risk it all? Because that's essentially what you're doing. You're risking it all. Now there's broken trust. You created some emotional trauma in your life, the person's life, the other person's life that you messing with. If you got children, now there's an impact on the children because the children got to go to school. Listen, because their dad is this was a Michigan's coach, a well-known person that's now all in the on media, in all through the media platforms, and they got to hear everybody. Your dad got fired. He got all of this stuff, and now you've lost your peace as well.
This is deep, man. They've been married 10 years. They just celebrated a 10-year anniversary.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, you know. And if they've been married 10 and he been messing with this girl 2 or 3, that's three years. And I'm just assuming that they was dating for 3 years. They could have been dating longer. But that's a long, she was the other woman. Miss Gwen said she originally was just a side piece. And like Phyllis said, he caught feelings, but didn't want to let go of everything he had already gained: marriage, family, job, power, etc. He wanted their relationship to stay the same, and she wanted more. Yep.
So both of them was white girls. He was married to a white girl and he cheated with a white girl.
And not only that, now this black girl, this Instagram model who has an OnlyFans, then came forward saying that she has text messages and I guess inboxes or whatever from him, kind of I don't want to use that word, posturing, but I guess making propositions to her.
Hmm.
And she said she got receipts. So he was just I don't know, kind of crazy. He was her boss, right? If they fire her after reporting it, could it be seen as retaliation? She got great counsel. I'm just saying. No, they fired her. They didn't fire her because of relationship. Because they fired her because that was against their policy to be in a relationship with each other. So her running and reporting it was probably so that she could could like I said, just exact that revenge on him. But in the process, she should have gotten fired. She shouldn't have got fired too, because it was against. It's just like anytime when you sign, when you start a job and they get you the rule book and you have to read through the rule book and you have to sign the last page, or electronically you read all the stuff online. They say, well, one of those violations, they couldn't have any kind of relationship with staff members or co-workers, employees, or whatever. And so they both violated that. And when she went reported him, it was the fact that, okay, I done broke up with him and now he's still calling me and texting me and all of this stuff. And probably wasn't thinking she was gonna get fired. I don't know if she got fired or not. I don't know. I don't know if they fired her. Then I said they should have, because she violated the rule. She violated too.
Well, just look about it, Tony. I mean, here it is, this black guy. Undoubtedly, for him, marrying a white girl, cheated with a white girl, he's kind of like playing it, that particular. He just may have come up in that type of community where he like white women. I don't know, but when you understand the powers that be,
I don't really care if she was, but see, that's not even for me. That's not even an issue. Whether he messed off with a white girl, or he was married to a white girl, or
but that's where I'm going. I'm going with the point of him having that much power and getting the coaching position. It seemed like somebody got some get back. Could have. It just me.
I think if it had been a black girl that this was happening to, and she decides she wanted, because normally it's to be honest with you, normally it's the white women that just shut up and go along with it.
True.
It's normally the black women that say, I'm gonna get my revenge. I'm gonna, so it ain't even that. It's the fact that, dude, you, even if, like I said, if
Why he keep dropping like that? We put some more context to these y'all. Maybe y'all hadn't seen these individuals. I'm just get some pictures going so y'all can see the wife and the one he had the relationship with. I got a picture coming. We don't know yet, Monica. Gwendolyn said, Miss Gwen said the reality is she reported first, and she, being a white woman playing the victim card against a black man, she wins in a lot of society's eyes. That's kind of what I was saying. That's thank you. You feel me knocking? That's kind of where I was going. I just couldn't get my thought process together.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So let's put some context to it.
Can you
Left
hear me
side,
now?
white, right side, the one he cheated with. Kelly Moore and Paige. That's who we talking about right there. I know one thing, Kelly got a long ass face.
And see, what people was getting confused was they was showing the Instagram model who was actually a light-skinned black girl
Mhm.
with kind of blondish looking hair in her head, and they were saying this is who he cheated with. So he cheated on a white girl with a black. I was like, no, he had a white girl. That he's married to a white girl. He cheated with a white girl, and this Instagram model just after everything that came out, I guess she wanted to get her 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
You know. So Ms.
Somebody,
Gwen said the reality is she reported first, and being a white woman playing the victim card against a black man, she wins a lot of in society. I think from that standpoint, yes, Ms. Gwen.
that's what I was saying.
Monica said it was a huge violation on both sides. However, I feel Sister Girl planned out how she was going to get that back. Look, listen to what the lawyer said. When he came to her house, she said, she called her attorney while he was at her house when he barged into her house, her apartment or whatever it was. She said, called her attorney. She had already been advised.
Mm-hmm.
She already had an attorney.
Yeah.
So maybe she was plotting and planning. But again, I believe it all goes back to this man promised her something, didn't hold true to it. And she said, I'm finna bust your ass.
More, well, see, when it gets to stuff like this is like a whole soap opera, like a Tyler Perry movie. More than likely, Paige and Kelly know each other.
And Kelly probably ain't stupid. She probably already knew.
That's what I'm telling you.
She probably already knew that he was messing off with this girl.
Because if she works for the university, and you know how they kick it at them games and do all that stuff like that, they've been cupcaking with each other, and he been acting like he just real cool with her or whatever. She already, like you said, she already knew what was going down.
Yeah. But anyway, so I didn't want to talk about Sharon. I didn't want to talk about Sharon Moore the whole time. I wanted to talk about. I just used him as an example of why people in marriages risk it all. So I didn't really want to keep going back and forth and talk about him. I just wanted to use him as an example to kind of get through this slide presentation or get through the presentation of why do people in marriages risk it all. He's just an example, one example. You know, again, the other example we talked about was the CEO and the lady that was the human resources administrator at the concert, hugged up, and both of them married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that one.
So that, I mean, there's example after example after example after example of this, and it's not just men; it's women
Mm.
and men.
I think
You
too,
know,
man. I think what happens is, and it's the downside of we make marriage not that marriage is not important. It is, but I think it is. We stopped doing what we was doing before we got married. We stopped dating. We stopped being friends with each other, and we forget that. I know that we're a husband and wife, but first of all, we got to remain friends and be friendly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was what really happens. You don't. The whole relationship kind of falls off because you're working so hard to be the husband, working so hard to be the wife. When you know what I'm saying? If that makes any
right,
sense.
right. The truth is, man, the hard truth is, people don't cheat because of opportunity. They cheat because of unresolved issues.
Mm-hmm.
So him and Kelly, there was something that Kelly was not providing him, or he wasn't providing her, or he wasn't getting at the house
Mm-hmm.
that he went out, whether it was the conversation, whatever it was something. So there were some unresolved issues, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And when you started thinking about, and then some of it, you might want to look at it as we talked about self-sabotage a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago. Some people unconsciously destroy stability. If chaos feels familiar, peace can feel uncomfortable.
Mm.
So maybe he didn't do nothing to her. Maybe he didn't promise her nothing. Maybe she used to just being messy and saying, "Oh, now he done got real calm and he all get there. I'm finna, I don't like that."
Yep. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
agree with it. Yeah. It can
All
go.
of us are pretty much, in terms of his situation, on the outside spectator, because only two people really know what went down.
It's him and her. And well, three. God.
And the good Lord, yeah. But then there are some underestimating consequences, common rationalizations. I won't get caught. I can manage this. It doesn't mean anything. Reality hits only after discovery. That's what the dude said in the video. I don't feel sorry for him. He said he wants you to give him all his empathy, but he only tripping now because he got caught. Because if he wouldn't have got caught, it wouldn't have been no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But only because he got caught.
Right.
So what are the prevention and solutions? Honest communication. Be honest in your communication with your spouse. Clear boundaries. Have some clear boundaries and expectations. And then if there's a situation you guys can, seek some counseling. Go to counseling. Choosing commitment daily. You look. Boris Cujo said, if that's your person, that's your person.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna ride together, die together. We're gonna be broke together. We're gonna have together. We're gonna lose together, win together.
Mm-hmm.
If that's your person,
Mm-hmm.
I choose to be in this relationship.
Right.
I want to be in this relationship.
Mm-hmm. What the Island Brothers say? Choose a lover. Girl, I'm so proud of you.
So here's the closing question: is the risk worth the reward? Is getting that sloppy toppy
Oh Lord.
is getting that hot tour worth the reward?
I'm not finna
When
play
the reward was never meant to last.
Was it really a reward?
Hey, if you ain't getting that hot tour at the house, it might be a reward. Hey, if she getting six inches at the house and her outside dude giving her 12, maybe that's the reward. I don't know.
You taking it all the way over there, Doc.
I'm just saying we gotta hit it from both angles. Zoe said maybe some job titles bring about certain power to some people to where they think they're untouchable.
Yep, that is
And
well.
I don't necessarily feel like that in Sharon Moore's case. I don't necessarily feel like he felt like he was untouchable. I think in some of these more because he haven't been doing it on that level long enough to feel like he's untouchable. He's not like a Nick Saban.
Right.
And even those guys get fired. They ain't untouchable.
But look, Doc, just look back on your high school days and think about the coaches and how they were. That type of environment hadn't changed, I'm sure, especially when you get to that bracket. Them guys seem like they be acting like they invincible. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my coaches, and I won't say no names, because y'all know who he is, bro. I don't see him where, you know what I'm saying, was supposed to be in a serious relationship. He done ran through this little girl, that little girl, this little girl. It just kind of came with the environment, and I think a lot of that goes on in those type of arenas. I mean, we ain't crazy.
Yeah. Well, again, another hard truth is it's rarely about the sex. When people step out, it's rarely about the sex. It's more about the validation, escape, and unresolved inner conflict. People risk everything when their real life no longer feels valuable.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Affairs are rarely about choosing someone else. They are about losing connection with oneself and one's life. Understanding the why does not excuse the behavior, but it does create space for awareness, prevention, and healing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's powerful. That's
Yep.
powerful, bro. Come on, clock that T with our girl Queen Watkins.
Ready to go. Okay, here we go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down, fingers up. It's time to clock that T with your girl Queen Watkins. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to clock that T. Y'all, I have an update on the 6-year-old girl. Remember, I was telling y'all about the guy that found a 6-year-old girl walking in the snow and he took her to school, walked her to school, whoopty bam. So now we done got an update on him. Let's talk about it. So there's a girl named Brianna. Of course, the guy went viral from when he took the video of the little baby. He was on the news and right? Boom. So there was a girl that was trying to get in his DMs. She said she was mesmerized by what he did for the baby. So she wanted to talk to him, right?
Mm.
So she found him on social media and DM'd him. Mind you, she DM'd him. And when she DM'd him, they were just talking or whatever, trying to, I guess, get to know each other. And he was like, I'll talk to you later. I'll hit you up later. Maybe we can get to know each other with the band. So he hit her up, y'all. 4 a.m.
Mm.
4 a.m. And was like, get him the address. He was going to come pick her up and bring her back to his house. So she did it. Mind you, 4 a.m. I'm just going to have to keep saying 4 a.m. because it's booty call time. Come on now. Come. Make it make sense. But anyway, what you thought y'all was gonna do? Stay up and pray together? Like, no, ma'am. So he ended up going to pick her up, and when he picked her up, she said that she walked in and he was butterball naked. Okay, so he had to take his clothes off because he had some clothes on in the car when he kind of picked you up. He butterball naked and got a Magnum on the bed. At least he wasn't trying to use use the good one. But anywho, keep going. So she was just like, "What's up? What you doing?" And he was like, "What you thought we was gonna do?" It's 4 o'clock in the morning. What you thought we was gonna do? She was like, "Oh, I thought we were getting to know each other." Come on now, you gonna be that delusional? Really? 4 o'clock in the morning? Y'all couldn't wait a few more hours to get to know each other? So she ended up getting upset, and he was like, "You know what? The vibe is off. I could just take you home." So she ended up getting her coat and stuff. And when she was walking out the door, he like pump faked her and acted like he was walking out to take her home. Because remember, he brought her there. Baby, he locked that door and left that lady in the cold. She said she was looking for, like, she had to take a few buses home. But make it make sense to why you feel like you was finna do more than that at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's a booty call time. You too old not to know that. You have multiple children.
Hmm.
You too old not to have common sense. And you want to get on the internet and call this man a predator. Saying he just got clout off their baby. Like what? He didn't know that baby was gonna be out there. And clout from who? He ain't try to talk to you. You tried to talk to him. He just went viral in the process. And he's just one of them ninjas that's this is what I want. If I can't get it, I'm gonna go get it from somebody else. Simple. But you get online talking about he a predator, like you about to say he to mess with kids or something. What they got to do with this 6-year-old baby that he helped out? I'm still giving him his kudos because he ain't have to do that. And he definitely had to walk in that damn snow 10 blocks. But he did it because he didn't want people to do stuff like you're doing right now, saying that he's a predator. How is he a predator? You big grown. You big grown. How is he a predator? You just mad because he played in your face and you didn't want him to. You wanted to get with him and you wanted to go viral yourself. I could tell because when she recording, her camera ain't even clear. So you just want to go viral too, get a little clout. And that's what you're trying to do now off this man. You're saying he's trying to get clout off the baby and you're trying to get clout off this man because he ain't want you. Baby, that's you being delusional. That ain't got nothing to do with that man being a predator. So stop talking about this man trying to demolish his name in the streets because you didn't want to get him no pum pum. And he just wanted some pum pum from you. And it wasn't that serious to get that pum pum for you because he was so ready to take your ass home when you didn't want to give him none. Lesson learned. It's such an old age. All right, y'all. That's all the tea that I have today. Make sure y'all tune in to 2 Minute Hits Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. And don't forget to stay tuned for your girl, Queen Watkins. Clock that tea. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Damn.
How we go straight into this to booty call.
Great.
All right, man. Well, look, that's
nobody
our
got
show
time
for
for
today.
that.
We appreciate y'all tuning in, man, and to in this discussion of why do people in marriages risk it all. I don't, man. That's crazy. It's unbeknownst to me, but we do know it happens. It happens probably more often than not, and so we just wanted to make you aware that but before you when you make this commitment and but again, when we talked about the marriage and the commitment, people get married for different reasons now. They ain't even getting married. It ain't even about the vows and commitment. It's a partnership. It's a business deal now. So anywho, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us, man. We will let Lavelle pray us out and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Did we read what Ms. Gwendolyn said? A subtopic when the cheater's house has tumbled down and he or she realizes the spouse is where he really wants to be, but it's too late. But they keep trying to rekindle the marriage. Okay, and she will. He talking about the tea. She was looking for an early morning breakfast at 4 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nothing open but legs and what they say in Waffle House.
Mm.
We all right. That was good.
Yep.
Any other updates on the trip? Anything else we need to know? Everything okay?
Everything fine. Everything hunky dory.
All right. Want to make sure is my girl okay, Miss P? Or she all right?
She Gucci. Tam almost fainted today. She walking with us fainting, arms shaking, trembling. They had to give her a peanut butter cracker, man. You should have seen her shaking like Skeletor or somebody. Anyway.
Man, I'm glad y'all enjoying yourself, man. Miss Shirley ain't over there messing up nothing with the
She still putting out that damn translator app, man, trying to talk to these folk like she, I don't know, like she live next door to them or something.
Boy, man, y'all enjoy. Let us pray. Most gracious eternal God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for good cultural conversations to talk about things that's going on, that we can make the right decisions in what we're doing with our lives and our marriage, with our loved ones. We ask you continue to give us the insight to do the right things. Continue to touch Tony and the whole family over there while they're enjoying themselves on vacation. Continue to touch his family, my family. Queen family, and everybody that's associated. We actually do these things in our son Jesus' name. Somebody shout amen.
Amen. We will see you guys tomorrow, same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 Men in Hats. Let's talk about it.
It's the 2 Minute Hacks podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle, every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Minute Hacks podcast.